So right now there's absolutely zero wind, and so yeah, I'm just motoring around. I'm gonna go check out this cove that I've actually been trying to get out here for a while, and I wanted to see how deep it is and see if it's a good place where I can anchor. But I just haven't been able to get down here because the winds are always seemingly working against me. So motoring makes it easy. So I've got my depth sounder on, and I'm just gonna see what this little cove has to offer, see how deep it is, and see if it's a place where if I had to in the future that I could take shelter if I needed to. So right now I'm in 13 feet of water, so which I need about less than 15 to be able to anchor because of the amount of road and chain that I have. And so the issue here is that the places that are shallow are very close to shore, and then as soon as you're a little further off the shore it gets 30, 40, 50, 60, up to 130 feet deep. And so if you do anchor in a lot of these areas, if the wind changes, then you're going to be thrown up against the shore. So it's been really tough to find good places to anchor. But near the marina is one. Actually directly across from the marina on the opposite side of the lake, near Duck Island, is another. That whole area is really shallow. It's like 12 to 15 feet deep. And it goes quite a ways away from the shore. So that's a good area. And then, so right now I'm just entering this cove, and I'm at 12.8 feet. So this would be a good spot right here to anchor, because I might not be able to do 7 to 1, but I think I could get my anchor pretty secure and then be able to swing around a little bit in the wind. But we'll go ahead and go in this cove and see what it looks like. It almost looks like there's kind of two areas, one on the left and one on the right. Kind of a weird shaped cove. So if you're wondering why you don't hear a motor, that's because I use an electric Torpedo, the Travel 1103C, which is super quiet, and with no wind and at this speed, the display tells me I have about 46 miles of range. So yeah, the Torpedo's been nice. It's great to be able to enjoy just being out here and sailing, or being on the boat, not sailing right now, but being on the boat and just being quiet. Alright, so now it's actually getting deeper, 21 feet right here. And typically what I found is the closer you are to rocks, when you see like big solid rocks on the shore, that side of the shore tends to be very deep. And so that's pretty typical that when you get close to the rocks, it's 30, 40 feet deep. And then when you see more of this kind of shore like what's in front of us, then it's more of a gradual, getting shallower and shallower. So I do have my centerboard all the way up. So right now my keel draws 18 inches, but of course my rudder is a little bit deeper than that, and so is the propeller for the Torpedo, but the rudder is deeper than the propeller. So in addition to the depth sounder, I'll have a little bit of warning. So let's see, 18 feet. So that's weird. So it actually was shallow at the entry, and then the cove itself is fairly deep. So still 16 feet. Yeah, what I was hoping was that the middle of it was like, maybe 12. because that way I could anchor right dead center in the middle and be able to swing 360. Well, it's getting down there. Okay, so 14. Still 14. Man, there is no wind at all. It is just glass out here. Whew. And I think today it's going to be 76. It's the 12th of September. So yeah, crazy this morning. So they had a frost this morning here at the lake, and the boat was, you know, just covered in frost and ice. And you know, now it's almost 80 degrees. All right, still 14. I'm also looking over the side to see. So typically, you know, 10 to 15 feet. You can see the bottom. I'm not seeing anything yet. There's a bunch of Asian milfoil right there. That's a problem. Oof. Okay, let me steer around that. Oh man, yeah, I don't want to get that in my prop. There's some more right there. Wow. Yeah, so that's our invasive species here at 11 Mile Reservoir. Oh, there we go. So now we're 10 feet. Still 10 feet. Now we're 9. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn around. That buzzer sure is annoying. So 8 feet right here. Let's see if I can make this turn without running into the shore. And you're going to be able to see some beautiful, beautiful rock formations in a second. Still 9 feet deep. Oh, we're getting a little bit of wind. Yeah, I still can't see the bottom. You see a big rock on the starboard side. Yeah, we're 7 feet deep here. We're getting a little wind. Alright, so yeah, there's a little shallow spot off to the starboard side. That gets real shallow. So that little cove is going to be a no-go. Alright, so 13.5 here. The wake of the boat right now is really green. There's a bunch of algae. And the propeller's stirring it up. I do see a buoy over there, and I don't know. Typically that's a hazard buoy, but I don't know why you'd have one that close to shore anyway, because it gets pretty hazardous the closer you are to the shore. But I guess there's a really shallow rock right there. reflection off the mountains. Water. Alright, well, I see some wind, so once I clear these rocks, I'm going to go ahead and start sailing again. Let's turn the camera a little bit. That is just gorgeous. I do love the shoreline on this lake. It is just beautiful. Yeah, so I guess there's a rock right there in the middle of that little cove that people have hit before. Probably broke some propellers. So we put a marker on it. God, that is just gorgeous. Yeah, definitely getting some wind. That's a nice looking cove. Alright, well, you can see there's just a tiny bit of wind that I am getting into right now. So I'm going to go ahead and luckily I already have the sails up. So I'm just going to stop recording and turn off the motor and start sailing again.